Ever wondered how the vibrant country of Colombia came to be? Long before the first European footprints marked its soil, Colombia was a land of thriving indigenous civilizations. The Muisca, Quimbaya, and Tairona peoples, each with their unique cultures and traditions, painted a vivid tableau of pre-Columbian life. Goldsmithing, pottery, and agriculture were more than just survival skills. They were the threads that wove the fabric of these societies. The Muisca, known for their intricate gold work, were not just skilled artisans but also astute traders, while the Quimbaya left us with some of the most exquisite examples of pre-Columbian goldcraft. And the Tairona, they were master builders, carving out a life on the jagged peaks of the Sierra Nevada. But the winds of change were set to sweep across this land in the early 16th century, with the arrival of Spanish conquistadors. Among them was Gonzalo Jiménez de Quesada, a man whose ambition would forever shape the destiny of Colombia. Quesada led an expedition that endured harsh terrains and hostile encounters, ultimately leading to the fall of the Muisca Confederation and the birth of the new Kingdom of Granada, a territory that would later form part of Colombia. In the wake of conquest, Spanish influences began to permeate the indigenous cultures, shaping language, religion, and societal structures. Yet the spirit of the indigenous peoples remained, their resilience echoing in the heart of the nation. As the centuries rolled on, the winds of change blew once more, this time heralding the call for independence. In the year 1819, the dream was realized with the establishment of Gran Colombia, a republic encompassing modern-day Colombia, Ecuador, Panama, and Venezuela. The birth of a nation is never a single event, but a series of interwoven stories, victories, and struggles. For Colombia, it was a journey from the vibrant tapestry of indigenous cultures through the transformative Spanish conquest to the triumphant establishment of Gran Colombia. This rich tapestry of cultures and influences set the stage for the birth of modern Colombia. But the path to independence and stability was not smooth, was it? Indeed, the 19th century was a turbulent period for Colombia, marked by civil unrest and conflict. The country found itself embroiled in a series of civil wars, the most notable being the War of 1,000 Days. This bloody conflict, which lasted from 1899 to 1902, was a power struggle between the liberal and conservative parties, resulting in approximately 100,000 casualties and a deeply divided nation. The dawn of the 20th century brought with it further challenges. The year 1903 saw the separation of Panama from Colombia. This was a seismic event, not just geographically, but politically too. Colombia's loss of Panama was a bitter pill to swallow, particularly as it had significant implications for the nation's economy and international standing. In addition to these political and territorial upheavals, Colombia grappled with significant economic struggles and social inequalities. The disparity between the wealthy elite and the impoverished masses was stark. The rich enjoyed the spoils of a growing economy, fueled by the coffee and banana industries, while the poor were left to fend for themselves in a society that offered little in the way of social mobility or economic opportunity. Moreover, access to education, healthcare, and basic services was far from equal. These social inequalities, deeply rooted in the country's history, persisted well into the 20th century, contributing to ongoing social unrest and political instability. Despite these struggles, Colombia's story is not one of unending despair. Throughout these challenging times, the resilience of the Colombian people shone through. They held on to their hopes, dreams, and the belief that a better future was possible. They continued to build, to strive, and to create a nation that, despite its scars, stands tall in the face of adversity. These struggles shaped Colombia's path, but the nation's resilience shone through. The trials of the past have forged a strong, vibrant, and resilient nation. The struggles continue, but so does the journey towards a brighter future. Colombia's history is a testament to the power of resilience and the indomitable spirit of its people. Can a country be defined by its conflicts? This question is particularly poignant when we delve into Colombia's mid-20th century turmoil. The period from 1948 to 1958, known as La Violencia, was a civil war that left a deep imprint on Colombia's political landscape. La Violencia began with the assassination of the popular liberal leader Jorge Eliezer Gaitan in 1948. This event sparked a violent reaction, known as the Bogotazo, that spread across the country. For a decade, Colombia was embroiled in a brutal civil war that resulted in the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people. Political affiliations became battle lines as liberals and conservatives turned against each other. This period of turmoil left an indelible mark on Colombia's society and politics, with effects that are still felt today. As the country emerged from La Violencia, a new threat was rising. The 1970s and 1980s saw the birth and rise of powerful drug cartels. Among them, the most notorious was the Medellin cartel, led by the infamous drug lord Pablo Escobar. At the height of its power, the Medellin cartel dominated the global cocaine trade, bringing in billions of dollars a year. It used violence and intimidation to maintain its power, leading to a further escalation of violence in the country. The cartel's impact extended far beyond drug trafficking. It infiltrated politics, corrupted institutions, and created an environment of fear and instability. The government, under intense pressure, declared a war on drugs in the late 1980s. The battle against the cartels was long and bloody, but eventually the government succeeded in dismantling the most powerful cartels, including the Medellin cartel. The mid-20th century turmoil in Colombia was a period marked by conflict, violence, and upheaval. It shaped the country's political landscape and left lasting social and cultural impacts. Yet, throughout these turbulent times, the spirit of Colombia and its people remained unbroken. Despite the turmoil, Colombia's spirit remained unbroken. So, where does Colombia stand today? Well, let's explore the strides this nation has made since the late 20th century. Colombia has witnessed a remarkable transformation, one that's been shaped by resilience and the unyielding will to progress. It's a story of change and adaptation, of a nation that has learned to rise from the ashes time and again. In the realm of peacekeeping, Colombia has made significant strides. Notably, the peace agreement with the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, or FARC, marked a pivotal moment in the nation's history. This agreement, reached in the 2016, signaled the end of a conflict that spanned over 5 decades. It was a testament to Colombia's commitment to peace and stability, a demonstration of its resolve to close a dark chapter and begin a new one. But the progress doesn't stop there. Colombia's economy has also shown impressive growth. It's become one of the fastest growing in the region, driven by sectors like oil, mining, and services. The country has also taken considerable steps in diversifying its economy, investing in industries such as technology and innovation. However, despite these advances, Colombia still grapples with significant challenges. Social inequality remains a pressing issue. Despite economic growth, the wealth distribution is uneven, and poverty rates remain high. The struggle for land rights continues, particularly in rural areas where large-scale agriculture and mining operations often displace local communities. And then, there's the persistent problem of drug trafficking. Despite ongoing efforts to combat this issue, it continues to be a thorn in Colombia's side. The country remains the world's largest producer of cocaine, a title it surely wishes to shed. Yet, the story of Colombia is not defined by its challenges alone, but also by its capacity to confront them. It's a story of resilience, of a nation that refuses to be defined by its past, and instead looks towards a future filled with promise. As Colombia faces its future, it stands on a history marked by resilience and a determination to progress. The story of Colombia is one of triumph over adversity, isn't it? From its birth as a nation, through struggles and mid-20th century turmoil, to its ongoing progress and challenges, Colombia's narrative is a testament to relentless resilience. The Colombian people have consistently demonstrated an ironclad spirit, refusing to let their history dictate their destiny. They've chosen to learn, grow, and persist. As we continue to witness Colombia's journey, we see a nation that, despite its challenges, refuses to be defined by its past but aims to shape its own future.